G'day fellas, welcome to a casted game between Haitch, who spawns in the south of the map, playing the Russians, doing some absolutely beautiful micro, and in the north of the map, we've got Salty Salmon Sandwich, who is playing the Spanish. Now, Spain have been a popular civilization recently. They've seen a lot of play, especially with the Logistician, so it is possible that we might see some Logistician play today from the Salty Salmon Sandwich. Now, for anybody unfamiliar with Haitch, currently ranked #1 on the in-game 1 vs 1 ladder. This guy is an absolute beast. Won a lot of recent tournaments, and look, I wouldn't be surprised if he wins this game as well. Up against the Salty Salmon Sandwich, you can never be too sure what they're going to be up to. Finding a nice treasure here in the early game, so a 6 coyote treasure that's guarding a single settler, so a very, very nice treasure for H. A very easy to take treasure as well, because you've got this invisible ring that the coyotes are always going to be bouncing off, and they only take 3 shots. So we see he's probably going to shoot this coyote here as it enters the way back in. He actually got the lock on that coyote there when he brings it out, and then all he needs to do is just do a melee attack here, and then he's going to bring it back out to the invisible ring. There they go, the first coyote bouncing off once again, and very easily able to sort of rinse and repeat that, you know, 6 times until there's no coyotes left, and he gets a free villager for it. So not a bad effort at all by H. We take a look back at H's base. We see that he's managed to clean up a couple of the bison and leaving 100 wood on the ground, so not necessary to pick this 100 wood up for the Russian player. You just got to drop down that house in the early game. Now picking up that settler, so this settler going to be moving back towards this hunt, probably going to be doing a little bit of herding. We take a look. Has H picked his deck just yet? He's got the 1v1 ATP out. So 1v1 ATP is the name of the game. So going to be taking first card ATP. We take a look. He's also got the church card in there, Reformist Tsar, as well as the 9-man shoot, 2 heavy cannons, or 2 Tsar cannons in age 4. So very standard deck. We take a look over at Salty Salmon Sandwich. We see what they're up to. Salty Salmon Sandwich is going to be up with some Logistician play, I do suspect. With a deck like this, got a lot of Fortress Age play in here potentially. As well as a little bit of Age 2, but mainly our focus is on this Age 1 stuff. So we've seen a lot of Logistician recently, and going to be happening again today, I do suspect. So a little bit of I wouldn't say this is necessarily a delayed age up. Sometimes we do see that Spanish players are able to get relatively early age ups. Now keep in mind, Salty Salmon Sandwich has taken a trading post in the early game already. So at best, H is going to be able to get 3 trading posts down before being able to take out that 4th one and then secure a 4th trading post for him as well. Going to be going up here now. So we see H is going to be going up with 14 villages. So a pretty standard Russian age up. Now you can go up with 11 villages as the Russians, but typically it's very, very hard to hit that. To be honest, it's quite difficult to hit 14 villages perfectly. And H is doing that. He's going to have an idleless 14 villager age up here. So not too bad from H. Going up with the Quartermaster. Probably going to be putting up his age up in queue about the same time, yeah, as the Logistician. So pretty close here. I don't think that the Spanish player Salty Salmon Sandwich actually picked up any food treasures in the early game. Going to be picking up a 60 food now, but it's a little bit too late, I would say. So we'll take a look once again at the deck. We'll see what potential cards come in now. A couple of interesting cards. We've got the Furia as well as the Economic Theory. So for any potential Age 2 play, you can send these cards in, and they're quite significant. So, you know, 15% for hunted animals is quite a lot. It also gives, if I remember correctly, yeah, it also gives gather yield as well. So not too bad at all. Economic Theory giving 10% for everything as well. So a total of 25% you can get for all of those cards. We've seen H now beginning to claim the trading route. Going to be dropping down his 2nd trading post. I say that, but he's got his first one over here, 2nd one here. Now, he probably knows that Salty Salmon Sandwich has already got a trading post, and he would have gone for this leftmost trading post. So you can just see that H has almost just given up on that direction. He said, I'm not even interested. I'm just going to come back over here. I'm just going to take these trading posts. He hasn't scouted them, but he can almost 100% infer what's actually happened. We now see 3 villagers moving out towards the north of the map. Looking like they're going to be heading over towards this left side. We do see the waypoint, the rally point is over there. H picking up an XP pass as it goes up. Salty Salmon Sandwich probably going to be aging up very shortly, I do suspect, in the next couple seconds. And we're going to follow these villagers as they move up to take their forward base. Salty Salmon Sandwich picking up that 320 XP as well. So we take a look at their perspective and see that training a couple dogs And I think the dogs have come back. The dogs have definitely realized that there's a bit of action up here, spotting that one out. And now we've got the resource allocation coming in from the Logistician here. So this is going to be potentially sending him up to the Fortress Age. We see back-to-back resource allocation. So back-to-back 300 coin. And now Salty Salmon Sandwich chasing away the villagers of Haitch, doing a pretty decent job. So just forcing back those villagers mean that if Haitch is going to be putting down an FB, so he is, that's a decent amount of time. We actually just saw Haitch cancelled his Cossacks because he couldn't put his FB up here. He had it timed so that his Cossacks would have made it on time to that FB, but he's delayed the Cossacks from coming in. So really nice stuff to see from the Salty Salmon Sandwich. We take a look back at his perspective. Going up to the Fortress Age before 5 minutes, by the way. That's some pretty impressive timing, if I'm honest. It looks like a little bit of a delay, though. I don't think that's the earliest that it could have been, but definitely quite a decent timing. Going to be going up now, sending in this 300 wood. So the 300 wood, I'm curious to see what exactly it's going to be providing or what it's going to be doing. So I guess a couple of houses back here on the back line. But we've also got the barracks that's coming out. Now, going up with the Sergeant at Arms, which, if I remember correctly, is the... I think it's the pikemen. And so the pikemen are going to be providing pretty decent coverage, enable you to siege down these trading posts. We see Haitch has actually got 3 of the trading posts now. Does he have... He doesn't look like he's got Stagecoach on the way just yet. No Stagecoach up just yet. Going to be sending in 700 wood. I suspect with that 700 wood, he's going to be having it. Now we've got a bit of a battle happening. We see the dogs fighting up against the Cossacks. One Cossack being moved back by Haitch, was being focused down by the dogs. And the Explorer sort of giving the run around the town center right now to Haitch's Cossacks. Doing its best to try and stay alive, down to 114 HP. Explorer going down. Rodolera's coming out of the barracks right now, which are going to be able to push back the Cossacks, and we see all of the villagers running out of the town center, or jumping out of the town center. Haitch doing his best to try and just get a little bit of idle time in there, but it looks like Salty Salmon Sandwich wasn't falling for any of it. We go back to the perspective of the Salty Salmon Sandwich. We see that he is he's continuing to train Rodolera's, almost up to the 3rd age now. Just doing a little bit of herding, going out for another hunt as well. And we take a look at the shipments that they've got coming in. Nothing in just yet. I did suspect we might see more of these Age 1 shipments, because it kind of like, you know, what's the point in sending in, going up with the Logistician if you're just going to fast Fortress anyway? You kind of want to get to the Fortress Age. You want to use your Fortress Age shipments as best you can. You don't really want to be using Fortress Age stuff. But we actually do see Spanish gold going to be coming in right now. So an interesting interaction here. Okay, so the Logistician takes any of your crates, and it makes it so that those crates are instantly deposited into your inventory. Okay? Instantly deposited. But it only affects the Age 1 crates. So, as an example, let's say you send Spanish gold. That's 400 coin that will drop down under your TC. But when you send the 300 wood after that, that's going to give you an extra 400 coin from Spanish gold, and it's going to get instantly deposited into your account. Instantly. So you get an extra 400 coin in your bank instantly. I'm not sure if I'm instantly referring to instantly enough, but instantly. So we'll have to watch and see just how many resources actually get deposited into the account. So now, picking up that coin, Salty Salmon Sandwich is... so 400 coin goes to the ground, but we're going to see all of this coin. It should be 500 coin that plops in here. Let's have a look. Should be going up to 750. Should go up to 790 right now. Wait, did that get cancelled or something? What just happened there? I think the coin... Oh, he cancelled the wood for the coin. Okay. I see what happened. Okay, so that coin's coming in. So that's going to be 800 coin. That's a lot of coin, actually. That's going to take him up to 15... Yeah, look at that coin. So all that coin just instantly getting deposited into the account. And so going with the church here. So the church is going to be able to provide mercantilism. And then the mercantilism is going to be used to leverage the power, I suspect, of the Age 1 shipments. And probably attempt to hit a timing push. Taking out a 3 straight sheep treasure, because why not, for Salty Salmon Sandwich. And I would suspect at this point, Haitch is probably underestimating his opponent a little bit. Knows he's up in the 3rd age, but, I mean, the Russian is quite close when it comes to score. Some nice raids going out to the side as well. We see that Haitch has sent 5 Cossacks, and he's actually training Cossacks from a stable in the back of his base. So we've now got a little bit of little bit of a raid up towards the north. Let's take a look over from the perspective of Salty Salmon Sandwich, what he spots. So the Rodolero's now moving out to chase these down. Some units in the back. It looks like Haitch is trying to do the bit of a runaround, trying his best, but the Rodoleros are keeping up with him. And now the two Cossacks are going to be moving off. It looks like both of these Cossacks are going to get collected here. Pikemen take out the first one, take out the second Cossack as well. And the Rodoleros on the back line are going to be able to collect these two, trying their best, at least warding them away. First villager going to be going down, it looks like, for the Spanish player. And take a look at the shipments that they've got coming in now. 300 wood, 300 coin, 300 coin. Another shipment in the bank on this as well. Rodolero's chasing this away. Keep in mind, we're only at 9 minutes right now. How many shipments has this Spanish player had? He's got to have had like close to 8 shipments, 9 shipments. And now we've got a forward artillery foundry going down for the Spanish player. I do suspect we may see some falconets. So when you consider exactly how much this is 300 resources plus 400 plus 400. This is 1,100 resources getting deposited instantly over and over and over again into the Spanish players. What do you call this? Deposit? Like, it's the deposit box? What is this? Because you've got that 400 from Spanish gold, you've got the 200 food, the 100 wood, the 100 coin from Logistician, and then you've got the initial coin crates. And these are infinite, by the way. Look, look how much resources that is. It's 1,100 resources indefinitely. It's like you can just send them forever. And we see Salty Salmon Sandwich saying, I'm going to 7 Falc your ass. Oh no, not the 7 Falc. So it's really been called out. So he's sending in the 2 Falconets, dropping down a whole bunch of houses behind this, and doing his best. It looks like he's going to be able to get a batch of 5 Falcs from this. And he's got all of these units here designed just purely to be protecting the Falconets. I don't think Salty Salmon Sandwich is going to be able to get out this 5th Falcon. He's probably going to do his best to try, just missing out on that 5th Falconet. So it looks like he's only going to be able to 6 Falcon today. But Salty Salmon Sandwich, that's a tongue twister right there, if I've ever seen one. Going to be moving up, training more Falconets behind this. You just love to see it, don't you? Coming in with a timing push at 10 minutes. We take a look at Haitch's perspective. Haitch now reacting to this immediately, seeing the Falconets and dropping down an artillery foundry instantly. He's got a couple of musketeers on the front line. Sending 2 Falconets as well from the home city. Getting the veteran musketeers. Now, keep in mind, he's got that stagecoach upgrade. He never picked up this 4th trading post, though. So he's down to 2 trading posts at this point. I'm curious, are we going to see Salty Salmon Sandwich move forward and pick up this trading post? I suspect we probably won't, just judging at the resources probably going to be needed. And now we see the Rodoleros fighting off against some Cossacks on the back line. A couple of Falconets that were shipped in from the home city. I'd love to see just maybe even a forward outpost on this. And now we've got the 4 Falconets moving forward. Going to be taking out a couple of musketeers from downtown coming out. So Haitch got to be careful right there. We see more Falconet shots coming out, taking down more musketeers. Got to be careful with these units. Losing a couple more. So we've got the Culverin now in queue for Haitch. 2 Falconets on the backline. A bit of a difficult spot for Haitch, honestly, at this point. And now the Explorer actually spotting 2 Falconets as well as the 2 Culverin on the backline. So we've got Salty Salmon Sandwich almost predicting what was going to happen here, and preemptively, he hasn't spotted it, but he knows Haitch is obviously a good player, that he's going to probably be making culves of his own, and he wants to counter that. So we now see that Haitch is doing his best to try and run these around. Ideally, what Salty Salmon Sandwich needs to do is pull these artillery pieces down with these Falconets and try and bring them down as best he can. But he's in a difficult spot. Looks like he's going to be losing 1 Culverin here. The first Culverin doesn't actually go down. The Falconets, not known widely to be successful anti-cavalry units, actually defeating all of the Cossacks, and Salty Salmon Sandwich in the chat saying easy. So taunting Haitch a little bit there. Going to 6 Falc him. We take a look back at Haitch's perspective. We see he's got those 2 Culverin out. 2 Culverin are in position. Look like they're going to be able to do some good defense. But look at Haitch, just how he's prepared. He's got all of his units in the back of his base. He doesn't want to fight until the Falconets are dead. And really doing his best just with the Culverin, keeping them on watch, making sure that they're not unpacking, making sure that they're not firing. You can see the way he's moving them here, really preventing them from firing. This is the smartest thing, because the worst thing you can do, these guys have got a 6-second space between shots. You have to take down your opponent's culverins in this perspective, in this position. And now we see he's moving into a position. We see he takes out the first culverin going down now for Haitch. A shot gets out from Salty Salmon Sandwich. Looks like there might be a potential lock-on. No lock-on. Oh, there was actually a lock-on down to 4 HP for that culverin. 2 falconets as well as the 2 culverin, and now musketeers popping out. We've got a lot of falconets right now for Salty Salmon Sandwich. That's 9 falconets. He's not going to 7 falc his ass. He's going to 9 falc his ass. Falconets now moving in, unpacking, but then deciding they're going to pack back up. Moving into position and taking out he takes out both of Haitch's culverin. Both of the culves now going down. Both of the falconets going down. And we've got, how many falconets are left for Salty Salmon Sandwich? He's got 5 falconets left. Taking a huge volley right now on top of all of these musketeers. 3 culverin popping out for Haitch almost immediately. The volley just got off on top. 1 falconet going down of Salty Salmon Sandwich. He takes out the... He needs to be attacking. Attack! Salty Salmon Sandwich, get in there, mate. Taking down the second culverin, but a single culverin remains. But at the same time, he's not able to snare the musketeers. Musketeers getting to the back line. Going to be able to take down what appears to be the remaining falconets. And finally, we see that the last of the falconets have been taken out. Haitch almost losing. And Salty Salmon Sandwich saying culves are honestly so broken in the chat. After he literally just 10 falcs his opponent, he's like, culves are broken? Salty Salmon Sandwich, I know that you're salty, but that's just uncalled for. Let's take a look at the military. No, you know what I want to see? I want to see resources gathered. Look at that. That is ridiculous. Look at the size of those pops. Those are just going from, what is that? Like 13K up to 14.2K. Incredibly well played by Haitch. Fellas, if you're watching this on YouTube, I encourage you to head over to Haitch's YouTube channel. I'm going to leave a link down in the description, as well as a link in the pinned comment. So if you'd like to see more content from the #1 player in Age of Empires 3, I encourage you to head over to his channel, check him out, go say g'day, leave a like on his videos, maybe even go subscribe to him. And other than that, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.